Hey guys, this is Lucky Girl B, and welcome to my brand new series, The Sims 3 C.U.L.T. This is Father Jebediah McKinley, but the people of this town don't know him as that. They just know him as Jeb. Now, this is Appaloosa Plains. Jebediah just moved here recently, and I'll tell you why. So, Jebediah once lived in Sunset Valley, where he was the father of his local church. He loved his parishioners, and his parishioners loved him. He was a real man of faith. That is until rumors started flying around town that Jeb had been seen gallivanting around with more than just one woman. Now, everybody knew Jeb's wife. Well, they knew one of his wives. Jeb is a polygamist. If you don't know what that means that a person has more than one relationship at a time, and that's how they prefer their life. They don't like to be monogamous, which would mean only being with one person at a time. Now, Jeb loved all three of his wives, and he was deeply committed to all of them. But apparently his church felt that it was a bit inappropriate. Everywhere he went, he was shunned by everyone. It got to the point Jeb just could not take it anymore. So he left behind his wives, feeling it would be better for them if he was out of the picture. And that's how he ended up here. So now he's in a place where no one knows him, and he can finally get away from the rumors. But Jeb still has a problem. He just doesn't understand why people can't accept him the way he is. He wants a woman to share his life with. Well, multiple women. But he can't have it both ways. He can't be a part of a church and have multiple wives at the same time, seeing as most traditional religions don't allow that. So he has decided to create his own. So Father Jebediah is now starting the religion of C.U.L.T, Cultivating Unlimited Love and Trust. So now that we got the introductions out of the way, let me tell you more about what I have planned for this guy. So, obviously, he is a single man again. The marriage to his first wife was annulled, and the marriages to his second and third wife were never legally valid. Now, Jeb has been in this town for a couple of weeks, and he has found himself some gorgeous ladies and has been quite friendly with them. He's been scoping them out, trying to figure out which woman would be appropriate to join his fold. I mean, you can't have a religion without followers, right? And how could you find a more loyal follower than your wives? Of course, we want other people to join his religion too. Now, if you think Jeb is just a crazy man with a crazy agenda, that's not true at all. As you can see, Jeb is a well-educated man. And that education got him a well-paying job at a prestigious business firm. But there's nothing wrong with having a little something on the side. I mean, who would not want to be a prophet and to spread their message of everlasting love and happiness to the masses? But before he do that, he has to find someone to help him spread this message. So he's looking for wife number 1, 2, and 3. And if 4 and 5 come along, then that just makes him an even more blessed man. So let's get started. Well, it's early in the morning, so let's get Jebediah something to eat before he goes out to start looking for his new wives. Can't spread the message of everlasting happiness on an empty stomach. Now, even though Jeb has been in the town for a while, he hasn't met a ton of people. But I think he needs to formally introduce himself to his town. So why not have a meet and greet party at his home? Well, we can have it right here in the entertainment room. We'll just make sure to lock up the prayer room. So let's see, let's start planning this party so we can get some people over here. Hopefully they'll be willing to receive God's love. Yes, we'll make it a house party. We'll start it at 10. We'll have it casual attire. Now, even though we do want to have men in our fold, I think Jeb should be focused on the wives first. I mean, what better way to get men to join your cult? I mean, religion of love. If you can't show them just how happy you are in the religion. So let's start inviting some women over. There's some gorgeous ladies on this list. Okay, so these are all the ladies that I'm allowed to invite to the party. So let's get them over here. We'll have this be a brunch party, so why not make these lovely ladies some waffles? I mean, a few of them may become the Miss New McKinley. Wife of the prophet, Father Jebediah McKinley. Oh, it looks like some of the women are starting to arrive. Hello. Now we have to scope out these women. Obviously, if they're already married, we will not disgrace the sanctity of marriage by stealing a wife away from their husband. You have to admit though, married or not, these women are all beautiful. I think he picked the right town to show up to. Oh, clearly you cannot be one of his wives, for you cannot bear children, for your eggs are probably scrambled. or sunny side up. However you like them to be cooked, they're fried. Well, let's get all these ladies fed. Well, you know what? I do admire her for bringing some food, even if she cannot be one of the wives. Don't be shy. Grab a plate, ladies. Lots of these women brought food. Oh, Now, this is a shame. Jeb can admit, obviously this woman is gorgeous, but her clothes suggest that she may be immoral and impure. She can't be one of the wives. So all the women who are not deemed worthy so far, we must shun them. Yes, it's impolite to shun someone, but if they're just not of the faith, then he cannot be associated with them. Now this woman looks nice. But her breasts seem to be plastic. Tis, tis, tis. It seems like her and her silicone will be melting in the brimstones of hell. Sorry, miss, you and your hell music must go. Goodbye, whore. Well, that's quite rude of her. You're very rude to heckle that woman. I'm sorry, you must leave now too. And she's clearly with child. How dare she come here to be entertained by a man when she is carrying another man's seed? Clearly she must leave as well. There's still some nice looking women here though. He needs to talk to them a little bit more. Now there aren't any more women sneaking around this house, are there? Here's one. Apparently this woman is a scholar. Clearly she wants to focus on a game of logic and skill. That is quite intriguing. This woman, while gorgeous, does not have childbearing hips. She is quite skinny and looks malnourished. That's not something he's interested in. A woman's body is her temple, and she needs to treat it well so that she can bear children. Apparently she's also conceited. She's checking herself out in the mirror when she should be mingling, or at least trying to get to know Jeb. But no, all she can do is look at herself. What is this? She has a business degree. So does Jeb. At least now they know they have something in common. You guys, I think we might have found wife number one. But of course, he can't neglect his other guests. He should talk to them a little bit more. These two are quite energetic. And they look like a fun pair. Of course, Jeb has a serious side, but he likes to let loose and have fun every once in a while. Nothing too wild, obviously. These two certainly look like brainy types. But she looks quite a bit younger than this woman. She may be a bit too buttoned up. But I bet she knows how to have fun. I need to talk to Catherine a little bit more. And I'll get to her after I'm done talking to Faith. Wow, Jeb cannot stop staring into those beautiful green eyes of hers. Well, it looks like most of our guests are leaving, which is perfectly fine. I think Jeb has seen a bit here today, and he knows what he likes. So while he does his daily chores, he must contemplate exactly what his move will be here. Clearly, he was highly attracted to Alicia. She's gorgeous and smart. But is she first wife material? In his religion, the first wife is the most sacred of all wives. Not because he loves her any more than the other wives, but because she is the one who has to lead the women, not only of the family, but of the church. When the other wives are unsure of what to do, she would be the one that they would turn to. How does the husband like his food? How does he like his clothes ironed and steamed? She's also the delegator. The women are the gentler sex and tend to get jealous much more quickly than the men do, especially when there's a few of them all sharing one bed. She will have to deal with their little cattiness, so that Jeb cannot be disturbed so he can deal with running his flock and bringing home the bacon. Alicia is smart and beautiful. I think he needs to find some time to woo her. So I think he should start courting her tonight. He should invite her out on a date. A karaoke bar sounds like good, clean fun. And she actually wants to meet up with him. Perfect. Time to start courting the first wife. Hopefully she'll be open-minded about his religion. Oh, it seems we're a little bit late. We didn't want to keep her waiting. That's not the way to do a first impression. There she is, looking gorgeous as ever. Now let's make sure that she doesn't think Jeb is a stick in the mud and that they have lots of fun tonight. Cheap drinks tonight. Well, Jeb's not really a drinking man, but they can do some karaoke. Now, he never told her he would actually be good at it, but it's fun to try. Another pregnant woman out without her husband escorting her. This town is just crawling with immoral women. Now let's see how they sound together. Oh. Well, clearly his new church will not have a choir. Are they getting booed? This heckling whore, how dare she? Why don't you go home to your husband? Pregnant running all out and about at bars. Shame on you. You're just lucky we don't stone women to death like you anymore. Despite their heckler, I think Jeb and Alicia are having a good time. But I think now they should sit down and have an actual talk. This is a good table, and it should be quiet enough for them to talk now. Alicia, I'm having such a wonderful time with you tonight. Oh, Jeb, thank you. I'm having a great time too. I'm feeling such a strong connection to you. I'm wondering, do you feel the same way? Yes, and I know it's crazy to say such a thing since we barely know each other, but it's true. I do feel the connection. And I've never felt this way. I don't think it's crazy. I feel the same way. I believe when you meet the person you're meant to be with, you just can't help but dive in. You want to waste no time. But there's something I must tell you. Okay, Jeb, what is it you need to tell me? Not here where it's so loud. Maybe we can talk about this someplace more private, like my house. Yes, I agree. Maybe we should talk somewhere a bit more private than this. Let's go back to your place. Excellent. Yes, I think what he's about to tell her should be a conversation that's definitely had a little bit more private and not so loud. So I think it's definitely time for them to go. At least Jeb knows that she's just as smitten with him as he is with her. Hopefully she can understand his alternative lifestyle, and that she'll be accepting of it. Hopefully him telling her the truth doesn't blow up in his face, but he'll never know if he doesn't at least ask her. It would just be a shame if she's not willing to accept his lifestyle. They had such a good time tonight. And then she would tell other people, wouldn't she? He would have to start over all over again. There's a lot riding on her reaction tonight. Well, they're back at his house, so here's the moment of truth. Come, let's sit here so we can have our chat. Alicia, I brought you here tonight because I'm hoping that what I tell you will stay between you and me. Jeb, what is it? You're starting to worry me. I wanted you to know that I'm a religious man, but I don't follow a typical faith. Okay, well, what are you? Buddhist? Muslim? No, those are fairly mainstream compared to mine. Well, I'm actually the prophet of my own religion. I have started the religion of C.U.L.T, Cultivating Unlimited Love. Wait, back up. So you're really sitting here telling me that you're the leader of some cult? Is this like a sick first date joke or something? I assure you it's no joke, and the name is meant to be ironic. I'm not actually a cult leader. It's a new religion. I'm literally writing a book on it, and it's something I've dedicated a lot of my life to. Okay, so then help me understand. What does your religion entail? Well, probably a lot of the same things yours does. I believe there's a holy entity that watches over us and created this universe. I believe in both creationism and evolution. I don't think one disproves the other. I feel they go hand in hand. Okay, well, I can give you that. But what's the twist? Well, I also believe that every person has a soulmate, but not just one. Why can't you have 2 or 3 or more? The possibility of finding love is infinite. Already being married to one soulmate shouldn't stop you from being with another. So I believe in plural marriage. You're a polygamist! In a sense, yes, I am. But there is more to my religion than that. As I've already told you, I don't expect you to understand right away. Jebediah, I'm sorry, but I don't think I could ever understand that. It's just not how I was raised or see my life. It doesn't feel like something I would want to be a part of. I know it sounds strange at best, but I'm not a false prophet. I just see things a bit more clearly because I've been living it for so long. If you don't mind, I would like to show you something, to show you just how serious I am about this. I'm not, as they would say, playing you. If that's a line, I'm not biting. But go ahead, show me. I think he needs to show her his room. So, is this where you serve the Kool-Aid, Father? Very funny, as if I never heard that one before. Every day, I come into this room at least 3 times a day, and I pray to the exact same person that you do. I come here and I want to shepherd a flock that isn't even here. I have a message of love and no one is willing to accept it. I was run out of my last town because of my beliefs, and I left behind the people I love. If I didn't truly believe this message, would I have made that sacrifice? Jeb, listen, you are a nice man. You're very sweet, and you opened up to me, and that must have been hard. And I can even admit some of the things in your religion I totally agree with, but there's just some things that I just don't feel I can stand. The polygamy. Yes, the polygamy. I'm sorry, I can't wrap my head around that. I mean, cheating in the name of religion? I don't think of it as cheating. Listen, I've had wives, multiple wives before. I never hid anything from any of my wives. I was very loyal and truthful. To all of them? Yes, to all of them. How exactly did that work? All those women in one household? Sharing you? I think that would be a discussion for another day. The thing is, I want to know, will you be willing to stay here? You mean move in with you? Just temporarily, or if you want to stay longer, that's fine too. I want to talk to you in depth about what my religion entails. I want you to understand it and not have a misconception of it when you leave here. So please, will you stay and give me a chance? I have to admit, my curiosity is piqued. So yes, I will stay. I will give you a chance, and you can show me what it means to be a part of this cult. As I've already told you, it's not actually a cult. That's what they all say. All I know is if you try to make me shave my head and we all have to start wearing matching tracksuits, I'm out of here. Well, it looks like Jeb has convinced her to stay. I mean, at least for now. Now, if Alicia is going to be not just one of his wives, but his first wife, she's going to have to be fully devoted and devout to his religious followings. She's going to have to learn as much as possible in a short amount of time, which is going to be difficult because Jeb is pretty much making this all up as he goes. A good wife obeys her husband, even when it's clear he's making a mistake. She must always be careful to not hurt his pride. She needs to realize where her place is and stay in it.